GM. GM. Today's lesson is about working hard and working smart. You've all heard of the cliche about that. It's not just hard work. You also have to work smart. And if you only work hard, you're not guaranteed to be more successful or make more money or whatever. But what you can't do is you can't use that as an excuse to be lazy. So hard work is an absolute requirement. But hard work that's not directed in the right way is going to be a waste of time. So, like the saying goes, if working hard made you rich, then construction workers would all be rich. Yeah. People working the most physically demanding jobs should have the most money if it was just about working hard. That's because when you're working in such a way that it drains you of all your energy and it takes up all of your time, you're not going to have time or energy to put effort into ways of growing or scaling or even improving. If you are working a physical job and just getting your daily tasks done leaves you exhausted, you're not going to have any time to get better. All right, if you're doing the same repetitive daily work and it makes you tired and you're finished at the end of the day and you're ready to just fall asleep, then how could you improve your skills even in that job? How could you even improve your skills so you could level up and get paid more? If you're working not in a physical job, if you're working in your business or you're working on trading or you're working online or whatever, and again, you're working very, very hard, which means you're doing long hours in front of the screen, you're grinding through what you need to be doing. If you're not stopping to analyze, give us a feedback, and make changes or tweaks, then you can find yourself just rolling down the same dead end all the time. The thing you need to do to work hard and smart is start thinking of yourself as an employee in your own business. Because if you had to hire an employee to do something, anything at all, if you had to hire somebody to do it for you, you would have to create a system. Doesn't matter what it is. Because let's say you've got your business and you're the one who's in control of everything. You're doing all the sales, you're doing the marketing, you're maintaining the website, you're doing the banking, the finances, you're doing the payroll, you're doing all of that stuff, right? Well, if you were going to hire somebody to take over one of those areas, you would have to train them, right? And you're not going to train them by saying, just go and do it. You're going to train them by saying, okay, I've taken a day and I have developed this list. This list is all the things you need to do as part of this role. It's called a job description. Here's the job description. These are the tasks you're meant to do. Here's how to do each task. And here's how much time it should take you to do those tasks. Here's the resources you need to complete those tasks. And you give it to the employee, you give them a day or two of training, and then they go off and they are able to work. Then you just have to check in on them, make sure everything's okay. And what you'll notice is, over time, you now have all this free time that is not taken up by that employee. Now, to work hard and smart, take the exact same approach and apply it to yourself, to your own life. You don't need employees. If you're focusing on how to do your analysis in the market, how to do your back testing, how to do your live trading, how to set up your environment so that you're able to work fast and get through the tasks you need to do, so you can be more efficient at doing testing, so you can test twice as much, so you can be more efficient at doing your analysis. All you have to do is think about it and say, okay, if I had to show somebody else how to do this, how would I do it? So then when it comes to thinking about back testing, don't just think every day I open up TradingView, I open up a Google Sheet, and I go on to replay mode, and I just go on and then I start to look for the rules, and each time I find a trade and I take the number down and I move the number over into Google Sheets. Think about, wait a minute, how can I do this better? What is the fastest, most efficient way to do this? What are the step-by-step instructions for how to do this? If you feel like you work really hard but you don't have much free time, so you're working hard but it's taking up all your time and you don't feel like you're working smart, do you have systems for everything? Do you have processes for everything? Little things. If you go to the gym, do you already have written down all the things you're going to do that day. The exercises, the sets, the reps, the weights. If you don't, you're wasting time. And you're not going to be working smart. And you're going to get subpar results. It's so easy to make a process for how you train, right? And then that means you go into the gym, and instead of spending an hour and a half, because you walk in, you don't really know what you're doing, and you spend 20 minutes warming up, and then you go and you look for a machine, and somebody's on that one, so you go to another one, and you start to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, you go in and say, I'm doing this. I have these 5 exercises, 4 sets each, X number of reps, X amount of weight, in, warm up, train, done. Log it, and then on to the next one. And it only takes you 1 hour, once, to sit down and say, okay, I'm going to train 4 times a week. I'm going to do this on Monday, this on Tuesday, I'm going to have a rest Wednesday, this on Thursday, this on Friday, rest at the weekend. Write down those 4 individual workouts and just set it up and go do it. All right, for the next 8 weeks, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to try and increase the weight each week, get stronger each week. It takes literally 1 hour to save yourself probably 50 hours. If you just took 1 hour to set your training up for the week, or for the next 8 weeks, and it meant that you could walk into the gym, not have to think about what you're doing, just know what you're going to do. You are going to be at least 15 or 20 minutes faster than you normally would. And then that adds up 20 minutes a day, 4 days a week. That's over an hour a week. Over a year, you're saving yourself a full work week just of simple preparation. Apply that everywhere. Apply it to your diet. Whether you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, or you don't even care, if you want to work smarter, minimize the amount of decisions you have to make elsewhere. I don't care if you're on a diet. Why don't you just eat the same shit every day? Not because you're dieting, because it's fucking easier. If you get up in the morning and think, what am I going to eat? You think, I don't know. Well, there's nothing in the house. Oh, because you're not prepared. So I guess I'll have to go to the store, get food, bring it back, cook it, and then eat. That lack of preparation has just cost you an hour. An hour you don't have. So whether you want to focus on your diet or not, whether you're trying to gain weight, lose it, doesn't matter. You should have an idea of what you're eating as well. You should know what you're eating, how many times a day you eat, so you don't have to think about it. It's just, I wake up, cool. I have this protein shake and some oats, whatever. Boom, onto it. I have some eggs, cool, onto it. And you can very easily, 1 hour, set it up. And then once you do it, this is how I am. I wake up in the morning, I don't have to think about what to eat. I know what I eat. I eat the same stuff. And it doesn't have to be the exact same thing every day, but there's maybe 1 of 2 things I'll eat in the morning for breakfast. There's 1 of 2 things I'll eat for lunch almost every day after the gym. So I don't think about it. So I don't have to consume my brain with bullshit like that. I can just go straight in, boom, do my work, done. Now, take that exact same logic and apply it to everything you do. You don't want to have to think about what to backtest, how to backtest, when to backtest. That should all be done once. You set it up once you've gone through white belt and you know how to backtest, you say, all right, what's the most efficient way for me to do backtesting? What do I need to have? Is it better to log each trade individually? Is it better to go through the chart and trade 10 times and then go back and look at the screen and note down all the numbers and the figures after I've done 10 of them? Whatever works for you, just write it very simply. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And then at the beginning of the week, when you're setting your targets for the week, things you need to do, it's just backtesting 1 hour per day or 30 minutes per day. Then when it comes to 7:30 p.m., when you've scheduled in your diary to do backtesting, you sit down, you open up the screen, step 1 is there, you go. You don't open up the screen and think, okay, right, backtesting, need to kind of remember how to backtest again because maybe I have to rewatch the video. No, make a process just for everything. Make a process. From the littlest things to the largest things. This is a big part of time management. Time management is not getting more stuff done. Time management is not wasting time. There's a big difference. Not needlessly wasting time, being more efficient so that you're not spending 20 minutes each meal thinking what to eat or having to wait for a delivery to come from Uber Eats because you didn't have fucking food ready. It's not having to spend excess time in the gym thinking about what to do. It's about not having to sit for 20 minutes at the start of your supposed backtesting session, rewatching the backtesting video or trying to refresh stuff because you haven't internalized how to do it and written down a process. And so on and so on and so on. You're doing your morning analysis for trading. It should be the same things. It's, I open up the screen, I first check Bitcoin, I then check this, I then check this, I then check this, whatever the things are important to you. I check this in that order each day. So then, when it comes to day 33, you're not even thinking about it. You just go. Then you'll notice that things become a lot more automatic and way easier.